Good morning, you guys. You know why I'm here. Thank you for checking out my intraday / day trade analysis. Really appreciate those for hopping on. So let's go ahead and kick things off and get started, right? So DXY been dropping since February 4th, right? And it's just been in a downtrend. And I had said yesterday in my channel, I'm like, oh, so DXY is looking like it wants to keep dropping, to my personal opinion. And I said that one of two things can happen. Either A, that the DXY could just keep dropping, or B, price can drop down and fake out at if it is going to, drop and then pop back up. I'm going to the 15-minute time frame real quick. Right now, it just looks like this thing wants to drop. Like, even with these candles right here, like with that and that, it just looks like that this wants to keep dropping, right? So I'm waiting to see what the DXY is really going to do down here at these lows, especially since this is where the previous lows are, where price was consolidating before price popped up. I could still see the potential of price. Hold on. I could really still see the potential of price. I should delete this. Where's my drawing, my tool brush? There it is. I can still see price dropping and even coming a little lower and then popping back up. But as of right now, it's not looking good for any type of, like, if you're trying to be buying the DXY, it is not looking too great for that to happen, but the possibility still exists, you know? So I'm not necessarily counting it out, but it's definitely not looking great. If it breaks this, it's definitely going to keep dropping. If it breaks it and closes under, I should say, if it breaks and closes under here, then I would say that, yeah, price is just going to keep dropping. So that's for the DXY though. Daily time frame is definitely not in our favor at all. Like I was saying with this candle right here, that's not, like I was saying, like this candle doesn't look great. It really doesn't look great for the DXY, and then so just gotta wait and see what happens overall. But I'm not liking the chances of the DXY being bullish. But until then, I mean, I just gotta kind of wait because I'm already in some of those trades, right? So that's with the DXY. So EURUSD, as I had mentioned, this entry for EURUSD got hit at stop loss, and that's what I had mentioned during the live analysis yesterday, or no, not yesterday, Sunday, that I'm like, oh, if price comes, probably is gonna like hit that stop loss, and I'm debating if I want to get out of this trade if I just want to keep holding. Prices currently at this little structure right here. But again, same thing with the US dollar. What I could expect from this is for price to push up and then drop type of thing, just to like take out sellers and stuff like that, like just grab liquidity and jump down. Well, it could possibly even come back up all the way to these highs to grab this this volume that's up here before dropping at the same time. So gotta really watch out for the DXY and the USD pairs today. Now, yesterday was a holiday, so maybe that's the reason why we're having these pushes to the upside. But again, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling the US dollar the greatest at this point in time. Gotta wait and see what's really going to happen. But all I really see is for price to grab this liquidity up here and then drop. So if you do want to still hold on to this trade, you can. I personally don't want to, like honestly speaking. The point of control is all the way down here long term, so that's still a place where I want to see price come down to, but I kind of see price climbing up here first before that even happens. And if we're looking at this from like this fib, then absolutely we still have a lot more upside of the US dollar to go through. Because look, from this high to this low, we still have that price, like I still have 1.22300 being hit. So again, we just got to see how the US dollar is going to handle where it's currently at. But I personally think that the price is going to keep going to the upside, and I hate to see it, but it is what it is. I'm already in this trade, and I'm just thinking if I want to hold it or if I want to get out. That's my thing, you know. I want to think if I want to hold it or do I want to like get out, wait a little bit, and stuff like that. I'm currently down how many pips? Currently down about 45 pips. So maybe if you are in it, you look to hold it. Like you're risking 85 pips anyways, and if you're using proper risk management, then it shouldn't even be dropping as much as one may think. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this really plays out. GPUSD, I still have the same thing with this. Like, it's been going crazy bullish, and I know people have been buying, but I can't buy this. I have to wait for a retracement of some type before I can really buy GPUSD. So I don't have anything on it right now. Let's go on to actually, I forgot to totally check out arbitrage for EURUSD. So 15-minute been calling for buys, 1 hour been calling for buys, 4 hour been calling for buys, and daily is about to probably call for a buy, but not quite there yet. So again, gotta really see how the EURUSD handles things, but like I said, right now it's not looking great for the sellers. It's not looking good for the sellers at all. Where's my water? Alright, so that's with EURUSD. GU, same thing like I mentioned. I can't really try to sell this because it's just way too bullish. But I do like this 1 hour time frame possible sell that's gonna happen right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert on it. Oops. Short, once per bar close, create. But when it comes to this 15-minute time frame, it's already called for the sell, but I'm not feeling this at all. And again, before I think about buying personally, GU, I have to see it do this correction. Even if it's not this correction, I need to see it do some type of correction. Now, I actually do like it because if you take this from that low to this high, look where the entry for a buy would be at 1.37606. So I'm really looking for that to be my entry for me to continue taking GU to the upside. So waiting to see what happens, but I do have the 1 hour arbitrage alert on, because like I said, if it does call for the sell, I'll go ahead and take that chance, and if it tells me to get out, I get out. Simple as that, right? So let's see what happens with GU, but I'm just like watching it for now. AUDUSD, same thing. Like I mentioned, stop loss got hit on this. It's unfortunate, but it's like, let me close all this off. Take that off. There we go. Okay. I don't even know why this is on, first of all. Okay, so AUDUSD back up to these highs. Risky sellers are gonna be here, but to me, honestly, I still think that this could drop. It's just not my favorite for a personal drop. Like I said, the AUD, like the DXY is already looking like it wants to continue dropping, and if that's gonna be the case, then it's gonna just propel AUDUSD to the upside anyways. So kind of wanting to wait to see if price is going to do this or if prices is going to drop. But again, it's more looking like the upside move is going to happen. I mean, we had a huge volume on this candle right here, and then price started to pump right after, but price has been increasing while volume's been decreasing. So really wanted to watch and see what's going to happen with the AUDUSD, but it's just risky at this point to try to take a sell. Risky traders, I mean, I know y'all out there, if you guys want, then for sure you guys can try to sell it right now, but I don't see what would be stopping price to be like popping, you know? Like I said, volume's rising, and I mean, volume's dropping while price is rising, so that's one thing that you really want to watch out for. 1 hour time frame, I mean, yeah, this fib from when price was high, this dropped in the retracement. It looks like a possible entry for a sell for sure, but again, it's kind of risky. You feel me? Like, look where price is at. Price is right at the 78.6 for a sell. If you're a risky trader and you want to try to take this sell, by all means, go ahead. Like, it doesn't look too terrible to me for a very risky sell. If I'm taking this, I'm risking like 0.5% of my account type thing. But again, that US dollar, that is what's telling me not to try to sell this. Don't know what that US dollar really wants to do. So I would put this at a 10 pips. Well, hold on. Where's the previous highs? Let me see what the previous highs are at. Previous highs are all the way up here. Realistically speaking, I'd probably put my stop loss like 25 pips up or 30 pips up, just to be on the safer side. If you're looking for sells. Now, I'm going to say this one more time, just for the people in the back. That DXY, you want to really be careful with that thing. Like, the DXY is really dangerous right now. So this would be where I would ideally take it for like an intraday type of trade, because like I said, this is a risky move right here. But like I said, if you want to take that, by all means, I'll probably just take it down to 0.77561 and call it a day, because I've already been bitten by AUDUSD. So that's for the risky traders. I'm going to leave that as a purple, because that's how I'm going to be identifying risky trades as purple. So let's see how that plays out though. Oh, and of course, arbitrage. Almost forgot. So arbitrage is kind of showing that it might want to sell, but the same thing. It's like it hasn't called for it yet, so therefore it's not like applicable. So I'm just gonna go ahead, set up a short once per bar close and create. But it's 15-minute time frame, man. Like called for the buy. It's just like I said, it's really risky to try to sell this. And I mean, boom, like even the daily time frame is starting to say that, oh, this might go into a buy. So if this breaks these highs, just expect that this is gonna go bullish, you know. 4-hour time frame has been calling for a sell, like I mentioned on the live on Sunday. So you just gotta be careful with the AUDUSD. You gotta really be careful if you're gonna try to sell it right now. Personally, I'd probably put I'm gonna probably put my stop loss like right here if I get in, and I'm just gonna be like, I don't care if I get wiped out and then price drops. This is a risky move as is, but the risk to reward is pretty decent, so it's very bullish. If you want to trade with the trend is your friend, and if it's bullish and you're trying to take the sell, you just got to know what you're risking. That's just the point of it, period. If you're gonna try to sell this, just know what you're risking. So let's go into GBPAUD. I'm still looking for this. I'm still looking for this push to the upside, retest it, and then continuation to the upside on GA. It's been holding at the support pretty well on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame. It's just in the middle of nowhere for me personally, for me to kind of trade it right now. So I don't want to get into it unless price gets down here, type of thing, you know. If you also look at it from this point of view, look at the 1-hour time frame, and then we draw a fib on here. This could be a place where price is going to really drop at to these lows and possibly even make a lower low. Now I'm surprised that GA this hasn't popped like that, because the GBP pairs, they're so bullish right now. But I guess because the Australian dollar is also bullish, and that's the reason why this is really like consolidating. So that's another reason why I don't really want to trade GA either. It's just really like there's two really bullish sentiments on it. So the GBP is bullish, AUDs are bullish as well. Yes, I'll look at NOS 100 when I'm looking at the US indices down over here. And so I'm just like, for me personally, GA isn't one of those pairs that I really want to care for and like trade, you know. I want to wait for better confirmations and stuff like that before I decide on trying to take a buy or a sell. Let me go ahead and look into arbitrage real quick, see if this can give me an entry. So the 4-hour, again, 4-hour is showing a buy right here, and it's retesting and holding above this RSI line. That is good, one solid confirmation telling me that this might want to buy. Because if I were to trade this, like if I were just going based off of the 4-hour, I'd be like this. Okay, it called for the buy, it's retesting this RSI line. I'm gonna put this buy in, take it all the way up here, like 80 pips, and then my stop loss would most likely be down at these lows. So like I'll be risking like 47 or 48 pips for this much, for 80 pips. That's how I would play this, but again, I'm not really too crazy over GBPAUD right now, because if the GBPs decide to start to drop, then it's gonna be like, okay, well, then that's just meaning that price is just gonna keep dropping, you know? And then I look at the 1 hour time frame, and then I see this is telling me that, okay, this is probably gonna end up dropping very shortly. If price comes up here, then price is gonna drop down here. So that's why I'm just like, it's kind of iffy what I want to play this with. 15 minute called for a sell not too long ago too. So I'm more looking at the 1 hour than the 4 hour, personally speaking. But since this held at this mean line as well, it's kind of like pick your poison type of thing. So I'm just leaving GA alone. I'm not really gonna pay attention to it. I want to see what it give me better confirmations before I try to get in. I have to be picky with these trades because you lose money off of them, right? EURAUD stop loss got hit last night, but it looks like it probably might just be a wick, and then price is gonna keep going to the upside. It's kind of like EURGBP with this trade idea. Price ended up hitting stop loss, came back up. Now it wants to act like it wants to buy. I hate when price does that to me, but that's how the markets are. But anyways, let's go on over to EURAUD. So EA, I like seeing this actually on the 1 hour time frame. I want to buy. I love seeing that it's calling for a buy right here. If it could really come back down and retest 1.55900, that'd be a solid move to take for a buy. But personally speaking, this might be even solid right here where it's at. But I'm just gonna keep myself. Well, it broke out and retested it, but I want to just try to keep myself disciplined and still take this type of setup, because I want that retest. I'd rather get the entry at 1.55911 or 900 rather than where it's at right now, and save myself a couple of pips, because I've already taken some losses this week, and that's fine. So that's 11 pips right there. Yeah, definitely would want that. And then I put my stop loss probably like at these, like just past these lows right here at 17 pips. Nah, I mean, well, yeah, it's not bad. That's actually pretty decent, but I'm gonna keep it at 20 pips, so that the risk reward is still a 1 to 2.69, right? So this is what I'm really looking at for EURAUD. You can either get it now or wait till it comes and possibly drops. That's what I'm waiting for personally. But if it calls that buy and it's already like broke it through out of here and been retesting this, it could just fly from where it's at right now. So just be aware of that. So that's for EURAUD on arbitrage, but I haven't even looked at it technical analysis wise. But yeah, this hit stop loss from the swing, unfortunately. And so let me get rid of this. And it was against us. Like the euro was dropping, and then AUD pairs was rising, so it was already against us to begin with. But so what I could possibly see, and this is Payne's favorite setup as per usual, price takes you out and then pushes to the upside, retests like your fib zone, and then continues to the upside. So that's what I'm kind of looking on with EURAUD. Took out the traders, take out liquidity. Price popped up. Now I won't be surprised if price might come back down to these lows again at 1.55742 and then pop back up. But from the looks of it, this price might just keep going to the upside, honestly speaking. But again, it's just depending on what price is really going to do. So actually going back over here again, I kind of like how this is, but I want price to really come back down a little bit more before it pops back to the upside. That's how I would be looking to personally buy. But again, if those who want to possibly buy right here, absolutely, go ahead by all means. That's you, but I'm not playing it that way. I'm going to set my alert to tell me when to get out the trade, so that I can be like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and get out, you know? So, long to exit all, once per bar close, create, continue. So, let's see how that plays out too. Like, I'm really interested to see how these pairs are going to play out with EA and GA. I do want that upside push, but then again, it's all depending on what AUDUSD is gonna do, right? So let's take a look at EURGBP as well. So EURGBP, weekly, on the weekly analysis, I was mentioning how I'm looking for price to see what it does right here, right? I was expecting it to come a little even lower. I do want it to come lower, personally speaking, but we might not get that. It looks like price might be starting to try to turn around after it's been bearish for so long. Going to the 15-minute time frame, I'm not really looking for much on EG. This could be a possibility for a lower time frame. Price was consolidating right here. Price took out liquidity, popped up. It could come back literally into 0.87154 and then pop to the upside. So I'll be watching for that on EG. But personally speaking, I don't think it's gonna hit down there as of yet. Maybe it's gonna do this buy first, come up here, then continue dropping. That's more like what I'm seeing on it. And the reason why I say that is because the trend is your friend. Let's do it from this high to this low. Look where price is at. The price came to the 71% fib, rejected off of it nicely. I can still see this going down. Like, the trend is your friend. So, and then even if you're not looking at it from that point of view, let's draw the fib and take it even higher to the 15-minute. It still has all this room up at 0.87666, or I would be looking for sells. So this is what I like personally better than even where price is currently at. I like this and then a drop on EG. And again, that's because it's still very bearish. It's just like with GU. GU is very bullish, and therefore I could only really see it like me trying to play that. That looks like the best play. That looks like the best scenario, right? And so Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? 50,000. There we go. 50,000. Ooh, there we go. That's nice. 50,000 on Bitcoin. But I was trying to sell it last night, so I hate that. I'll take that out. But so now EURGBP. EURGBP price drop down here, then get a retest and continuation. That's what I would like to see. Now I already saw that price already left a wick right here, so we might not get that retest, but that's the only way how I'm gonna really play EURGBP for a buy. So I'm gonna go ahead and price my buy right here, try it again. The 15-minute buy yesterday didn't work out with the 6 pip stop loss. It is what it is. And then we're gonna go ahead and put 20 pips on this stop loss. All right, so that's a 1 to 2.45 risk to reward ratio. Risking 20 pips to get 50, that's not bad. And let's see how that goes with EURGBP, but I like that for sure. So EURAUD and EURGBP. EURAUD might be taking off. We might get EURAUD taking off already, so let's see how that plays out. EURNZD. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me actually do something. Where is he? All right, so EURNZD. So we have, man, price came to the 61.8 fib. I didn't set my fib alert, but that's okay because this is not where I would have entered at. I would have wanted to enter at 1.67068. So with EURNZD, price is definitely going bullish, but my entry, I missed it, so therefore I can't really say, oh, I'm going to get into anything right now, right? That's just me though. Like, I'm just like, okay, we're gonna have to be patient, gonna have to wait it out, and then we'll look to see what can happen later on. Let me look under the 1 hour. Yeah, I was just looking at the 15-minute or the small time frame setup, and it's already been playing out. Therefore, I'm like, okay, well, now I kind of just gotta wait to see if 71% fib is gonna get hit, and if it doesn't, then hey, that's my entry that's gone, and it is what it is. So gonna set this alert on for that entry creates, but from what I can see here, price is already like, it's already out of here. So let's go on to GBPJPY. See, GJ actually did the move that I was looking at for on GPBUSD. Let me delete this. There we go. That was weird. But anyways, yeah, GJ is basically already did the move that I was looking at for GBPUSD. I wanted price to push up, retest, and continuation to the upside, and that's looks like exactly what it's doing. Just looking at the 1 hour time frame, trend is your friend. Pushed to the upside, retest, came all the way to my buy box, and now it's pushing to the upside. So there's GJ2. I missed that opportunity, unfortunately. But let's go on over to arbitrage and see what it has for us. 1 hour possible sell opportunity. If it calls out, then I'll look for it and see where it can take me. But I'm not crazy over the shorts right now, to be honest. I just want to see, what this is doing, because I mean, guys, just look at daily time frame. It's just been extremely bullish, and it's showing it might be exhausted, but we can't count on that because there was a lot of volume down over here. Price has been bullish ever since, and it just looks like it's gonna slow down. To me personally speaking, but I can't say that it is, because this doesn't look like any type of slowing down to me, especially with current price action. That looks like a half Batman on the 4 hour though, so that's a good sign. But again, let's see how things are going to play out with GBPJPY. It's too early to tell if this is going to sell. Again, this was a solid buy opportunity if I was paying attention to it. That would have been a solid buy opportunity. Make some money off of it at least. Sorry, that was USDCHF I was playing it too. But yeah, with GBPJPY, it's just like, not really crazy over this. I'd rather really have this, and then a drop for me to get into a sell. 15-minute time frame, I'm pretty sure it's already called for a sell, and it's retesting the RSI line right now. But this would have been my TP on a 15-minute trade, so that TP has already been hit, you know. So overall, I'm just really not that crazy over GBPJPY right now. Let me see something real quick. Okay. So yeah, let's see how this plays out, because the 1 hour candlestick, the way how it's printing out, it looks like price wants to really drop. And so let's see if it is gonna drop, then boom, boom, continuation to the downside, you know. Wait for confirmations. We already have the 15-minute confirmation. Let's get the 1 hour, and then we can try to be like, all right, let's try to get in. So I'm gonna put this as I'm watching it, and then we'll see what happens next, right? So let's go on over to USDCHF. My swing trade is in the red, man. Not really appreciating that, but again, it's just the fibs, man. The fibs are telling, not the fibs, but the US dollar. It looks like it might want to drop, but again, this is still in my buy box area, and I can still see price holding right here and then continuing to the upside. So I'm still gonna hold this this buy over here. But price has all this, it has a lot of structure that it needs to break in order for it to keep falling. And not saying that it's not possible. It's very, very much possible, especially with how the DXY is. But I've been waiting for this play, and it's a swing trade. And so, and again, with the trades that I get into, my mindset is, okay, hey, you have your confirmations. You have to make your decision on if you want to get out or stay in. And if you do stay in, if you die, you die. So I'm gonna wait and see how this still plays out. There's on the 15-minute time frame. If price does something like this, then I'll start to be kind of worried. I'm like, okay, maybe price is gonna start to drop. Let's say that if price climbs up to like 0.88900 area and then starts to drop again, that's when I'll start to be like, okay, price is probably gonna really end up like taking me out of this trade, so I might as well just stay in it, type of thing. But other than that, I'm still in this. Like, I'm not even that much in drawdown. I was more in profits than I am in drawdown. I'm currently down 18 pips. When the market opened the other day, we were up 22 pips. So there's nothing to really worry about, in my head at least. I have nothing to really worry about with with USDCHF. It's a swing trade. Swing trades, you gotta have room for drawdown so that price can do what you want it to do. 1 hour time frame on arbitrage, I called for a sell and it's been dropping since. That would have been a good entry right there. I wasn't really like focused on trading too much. I was just looking at setups more yesterday. 15-minute time frame might be calling for a buy, but that's not something that I'm going to be really looking for, or the 1 hour. So I'm just, like I said, with USDCHF, I'm just waiting it out and seeing what these USD pairs are really going to be doing, you know? So still in it from the swing, but don't have anything for arbitrage quite yet. Let's look at USD Mexican. I promise you that I missed my entry still. Yeah, so USD Mexican is still like, if you keep getting in at the 61.8, then you're still in profit from it. I wanted this pricing to happen and it still hasn't happened. I'm quite surprised about that, to be quite honest. But yeah, I still haven't got my entry down here at 19.85653. But let's go on over to arbitrage. I really don't have much to say about it because it's just been consolidating at this area, and it could just like literally take off. It looks like it's about to take off right now. So when the 4 hours about to call for a buy, possibly. Yeah, the 1 hour definitely called for a buy then. Long time ago. Yeah, look at this. Dang, this would have been a good sell. This would have been a good buy in too. But that was from last night. I wouldn't have probably even gotten in it. So there goes tacos. If it breaks these highs, it's gone. It's out of here. Which then makes me think that, okay, if USD Mexican is going to be bullish like this, then why isn't the other USD pairs bullish like this? Or is it the Mexican peso that's losing value? So those are the questions that I ask myself when I'm seeing that, oh, price is just going bullish like this, you know? So with that, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. Gold. Well, like I've been mentioning, gold was looking like it was going bullish for a second there, but I'm out of this buy for now. Like when price came back up over here, I was like, I'm still gonna hold it, but now I'm probably gonna get out depending if price closes under. But with this previous 1 hour candle, yeah, this thing does not look like it's gonna pop. Kind of right now, it looks more like it's gonna drop. And arbitrage just gave it this exit, and then it's giving us another exit here. I would not have bought this. So if it holds right here, and if it still closes in this area and it doesn't close under, then sure, you could hold your buy, but it's not looking like it's gonna buy personally. And I still have the same sentiment over here on the regular over here. I personally might put a sell stop below at these lows and then just take gold as low as it might take me. You know, I'm really not feeling the buy here. So that's that. That is that with gold for me personally. I still think that this is gonna drop. I'm still in these gold sells. I'm still in this gold sell. So let's see how that plays out, honestly speaking. I don't think that this is gonna pop. I think it's more gonna drop. That's all I see. That's all I could really see right now. It looks like a bear flag, if you will. If it comes back up here, maybe I'll get an entry. Boom, drop. But that's all I really see is like for gold to sell at this point in time. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, let's go on these U.S. indices. So S&P, people have been asking me crazy about the S&Ps, and I've been telling them it's bullish. Like, what else can you say here? It's bullish. Nothing. There's no confirmations that's telling us it's gonna drop. Price has been consolidating up here. That's awesome. Because guess what? When I see consolidating like this going on, I think that price is just probably gonna end up dropping. Like when you see consolidation right here, price drops like this, It might come back, leave a wick, drop again, and then push to the upside once more. So that's probably what's gonna happen here. So like right here again, saw consolidation, price dropped a little bit, consolidated, then popped again. That's really how this thing plays. Consolidated, dropped, popped again. It's just that it's just so bullish that anything more than a drop and pop, that's all I can really see at this point, you know? So what I would definitely love for S&P to do is for it to actually start making this downside push, coming down to like 3,921 or 3,915. This is where I'm going to look for buys, and then keep taking it to the upside, because that's all that the US indices are doing. They're just buying. So why try to keep trying to sell it, you know? Like, the trend is your friend. Let's look for buys on here. It's not crazy, it's not ludicrous. It's very much possible for price to come back down here and then pop to the upside. If I can get arbitrage to give me a sell, then awesome. I'll try to take that sell. But as of right now, no, I'm not really looking for sells. I want to look for buys on this. So let's go on over to the 1 hour. And again, if it's going to show me sells, then absolutely, I'll take that sell. But then I'm taking it back to the upside. And it's taking me basically to my entry for the buy. So I'm going to go ahead, set this alert, short entry. And once it gives me that short, I'm probably going to get in with the retest, or I just get in where I fit in. I'd rather get this type of move, retest, continuation. Or it could be just like EA, where I don't know what EA looks like right now, but from what I'm thinking it could have been just like a drop retest. It's like, it looks like it's just going to keep going to the upside for EA. So S&P, that's what I'm looking for right now currently. I really want the drop for the buy entry. So let's see how that plays out though. Dow Jones, same thing with Dow Jones. I really want to see just like a retest and a continuation to the upside, because like I said, all this thing is doing is it consolidates, pops up. It's just been consolidating, drops a little bit, pops up. Like, it's just, this is way too bullish to say otherwise. That it's gonna drop hard right now. Yeah, based off of arbitrage, I'll get the sell, but based off of anything else, no, I'm not trying to sell it. Like, it's just been extremely bullish. So we can definitely make money off of these shorts though. Like, off of these shorts that happen, we can make money off of them, and it's decent money. But you can't say that this is, oh, I'm gonna sell. Even if, like, what happens if price just chills right where it's at and then goes and buys again? You know, those are the type of things that I think about. So waiting for Dow Jones. I don't know why this was in blue. I mean, why that was in green when it was in blue. So that's what I'm looking at for the Dow Jones. Lofi, the same. Well, actually, I'm gonna change this to app symbol. Now it's 100. There we go. And then I'm gonna get rid of this US30 USD because it's the same thing. And then NAS 100, same thing, guys. Like, these, all of these are, ooh, maybe NAS is the only one that looks the best out of everything else, I guess. If you go into the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so this is at the 61.8 right here. What I would really want price to do is like come to like the 71%, and then I would look for a drop on it. But again, it's just a short-term drop because these things are way too bullish for me to try to sell them for a long-term type of thing. There's nothing telling me, oh, sell this long-term, sell this long-term. Nope, I'm not getting any of those type of vibes. So I'm gonna set my alert right here. I might actually get into this. So where is the alert at? Set a create. I might get into this. If price can come back to the 71%, then I'll be looking for sales. Because this morning, that's how the US indices usually play. Monday or Sunday when they open, it's extremely bullish, or it goes bullish, right? Tuesday or consolidate Tuesday or like Monday, like no, it's usually Tuesday to Wednesday, it'll give you a sell, and then Thursday to Friday, it'll start to make you looking like it wants to make a higher high or something like that. So that's what I'm kind of looking at right now to see. I like NAS more than the other US indices currently. I'd rather see that this gets the pop and then a drop, and then just so going off of based off of that, if it could drop towards like this 1375, 13731 area, that'd be cool for a good buy entry. But that's if you're looking for a buy entry. Right now, I'm just looking to see if I can sell this to the downside real quick, like this, and then possibly to 1383. That's all I would take from it personally. I wouldn't try to stay in it for a long time because, again, these indices, they're just extremely bullish. There's no reason why you should be trying to look for sells when it's been extremely bullish for how long? All you see is pop, little retracement, continuation to the upside, little retracement, continuation to the upside, little retracement, continuation up, higher highs, lower lows. I mean higher highs is making higher highs, making a lower high, higher high, lower highs. So again, trying to really say that you want to sell these is like, yeah, sure, you can try to sell them, but how low are you going to take them? Same thing with the, like over here, same thing with the hour time frame. I could set up an alert and try to get into a sell, but how long are you going to sell them for? That's what you have to personally look at. I'm looking for buy entries on these, but I'm looking for the sell. If the sell does happen, get the breakout, retest, continuation to the downside. I would love that. For a cool, how many ever points, it probably is look something like this. For the US 30, it looked like something like this for me personally. Move my stop loss above these highs. If I get the sell for NAS, same thing. I'd want the breakout, retest, continuation to the downside. It looks something like this. Put my stop loss above these highs, and same thing with the S&P. Already have it. Put my stop loss above the highs and take price down to these, to where it was consolidating at before. That's how I'd honestly take any of those indices at this point in time. But again, I need to see the breakout, then a retest, and then get in it type of move. Bitcoin, 50K has officially been hit. $50,000 has officially been hit on Bitcoin. Well, 50,553 to be exact. But man, I love seeing it. I didn't think it was gonna hit this week. I thought it was gonna be next week, but Bitcoin proved me wrong. It looks like it's a stop hunt, so it looks like it can still potentially drop, but I'm not gonna bet on that. I'm just gonna wait on it. But yeah, so as you guys can see right here, try to get into a little quick buy off of this. That didn't play out well. It is what it is. I wanted 50,000 to get hit more than this sell to happen. So we lost 1,484 pips off of this. That's cool. That's why I said collectively as a whole, all those cryptos, I was looking for, and look at this volume right here. Off of the volume for the 1 hour, yeah, that was legit. That was legit for that push. So there you go with 50K. But now I'm watching to see if price is gonna hold here and then drop, because I'm looking for some serious droppings on correction on Bitcoin right now. So let's see how that plays out. But that was definitely a fail. It was bullish. Again, trend is your friend. Why go up against the trend, right? So let's see what Bitcoin's really about to do. I still think that price is gonna do the same type of movement that it did here and come up to 53 or 54,000 before it drops, you know? So that's with Mr. Bitcoin. Mr. Bitcoin, let's see how this goes. I love it. I love it. Ripple. Well, Ripple definitely right here. If you got into this sell, this is where I would have looked to take like 70% of my profits and just let the rest ride. But yeah, from what I had mentioned yesterday, this looks like it's doing pretty decent, so that's good. Litecoin, it's still at its entry, basically. Still at its entry. I never, like I had told you, I moved myself off to break even, and then I had taken partial profits, but then I'm still thinking that this might drop. But with the way how the volume is coming out and the way how Bitcoin just hit 50,000, this might explode. So be careful. Be careful with this. And then same thing with Ethereum, it's still basically at my entry. And again, with Bitcoin breaking that push to the upside, price can definitely look to be pushing as well to the upside, but you guys gotta be careful. Let's look at arbitrage and see what arbitrage is giving for us. I don't like that 1 hour. I'm more looking at this 4 hour and seeing if this holds, then price is gonna drop for sure. Same thing with Litecoin. It might be setting up for a sell. I already have my alert set for that. And Ripple's already dropping. So let's see if Ripple's gonna continue its drop. Now, is there any other questions before I get off? Because that is all I have for y'all today, personally. Yes, sir. All right. Well, thanks guys for hopping on. I do appreciate it. The playback will be getting posted very shortly, and let's see what happens. Because again, with Bitcoin, I want to see if this is gonna hold, because it just whipped $50,000. It just gave a whip to it. Now, if it ends up keep going, then sure, you guys could try to go ahead and get into a buy. If it hits $50,000 and keep going up, then sure. But I would only take it again to like 53,000 before I start to look for, okay, this is really seriously gonna start turning around. But the other cryptocurrencies, I'm still selling them. And right now, I was risking 1% on Bitcoin. I took that loss. Now I'm risking 0.5 on Ethereum and 0.5 on Litecoin or something along those lines. And so just gotta be careful with those other cryptos. But this still looks like it could possibly drop. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate it so much. Please, if you're watching this from YouTube, like, subscribe, drop a comment if you did gain some value from this. I appreciate it. It helps me to grow, and I'll catch y'all in the channel.